Alex Clarke from Denison Yachting, and very excited to come to you from on board the brand new 2023 Numarine 26XP. I got involved with Numarine about 3 years ago now, and if you look at the product, you can really see why I felt they were going to do so well in the American market. Since getting involved, Denison sold 10. We're working on 11 sales right now with Numarine. This one, it's the most popular model with Numarine. We now have one available here, and I think this one's going to absolutely take off. Value, price point, and the performance to match has everything Americans are going to be looking for. The 26XP, which is an 85-foot boat, it's going to appeal to both that owner-operator who has a lot of experience, or if somebody wants to run a boat with minimal crew, you can have that captain who will probably play the role as an engineer as well, and you can run it with maybe a deckhand or a stew, or a couple. Now, one of the reasons why the 26XP is Numarine's most popular model is because it's available in either a displacement hull with smaller engines, gives you a range of about 3,000 miles, or like this one, you've got upgraded MAN 1200 or 1800 horsepower engines that give you a top speed of anywhere from 24 to 30 knots. This particular model is the fastest 26XP ever built. She's got MAN V12 1800s on board, and we saw over 30 knots on sea trials. So what I'll show you in a few minutes is that we've got a 4-cabin layout on board, full beam master down below, very spacious VIP. You're going to see these design features throughout where they really come up with some creative ways to give you that extra volume, whether it's the main salon, the master cabin. This is so much cooler. Numarine's doing a fantastic job. So the first space that I'm going to show you is the sun deck. One of those custom features that we've done for the North American market, and something we offer on all the 26XPs, are the extended hardtop. Obviously, with so much sun in here in Florida and the Bahamas, it's nice to have that extra shade, and you still have multiple areas that are still exposed for direct sun. So having spent a week on board a 26XP this past summer with my family, I have to say we spent about 95% of our time outside up here on the sun deck. So you've got a large dining area, multiple sun pads forward, nice little sitting area back aft. You can obviously configure this open deck space with any style of exterior furniture that you like. Another option is that you can have a davit where you can not only carry toys on the hydraulic swim platform back aft, but you could also carry up to 2 jet skis or another tender on the upper deck. So the 26XP has a split summer galley. So to port, you've got an ice maker, refrigeration. Over here, you have a grill, sink, garbage, and additional storage. Focal point all the way forward, you have your second helm. You also have the main helm down below, but this one has all the equipment you're going to find down below. The only difference is you're going to have a single monitor on the upper helm station. We're now going to head towards the bow area. You got full walk-arounds both the starboard and port side. Nice safety rails on either side. Love the high bulwarks for the kids. And one of my favorite sitting areas on board, again, here on the bow area. You've got the sun deck, aft deck, and bow area, all where your guests can spread out and really enjoy themselves or read a book and get away from everybody. Touching a little bit on the masculine feel of the boat, here on the bow area, you've got those forward raked windows for the wheelhouse. Kind of goes in hand with the bow. That's almost a vertical or a plumb bow or an axe bow. Now this boat arrived just before the Palm Beach show. And when I mean just before, 6 a.m. it was offloaded. The captain immediately had to slam through 5 to 7s to get up on time to move in. Handled extremely well. So she's not only a beautiful looking boat, but she also has the performance to back it up. I don't normally talk about price, but I think it's important to touch base on that, especially in today's market, which is kind of ever changing. This particular boat is priced right around that $7 million mark. And that price also includes US duty paid. If you compare to the other options out there right now, in that 85-foot range, you see that it's very competitively priced, especially when comparing the volume that we'll show you today. It has everything Americans are going to be looking for. Now I'm going to show you the swim platform. And what you're going to end up doing here to customize it yourself is that you're going to put the tender here. You're going to put chocks. She's got a 6.6 meter beam, so you can put a substantial tender back aft. So you've got a watertight bulkhead here. Door easily slides open, gives you direct access to the crew area and the engine room. To port, we have the captain's cabin, which is an ensuite, and the starboard, you have a bunk room, also an ensuite. Stepping forward, we have a combo washer dryer, built-in storage space, and then the engine room. So love a clean engine room. Obviously the boat's brand new. First thing you're gonna see, you've got twin Cummins generators, MAN engines, got your water maker behind you here, battery bank, easy access to everything, crazy amount of headroom. The flexibility of the 26XP is one of the reasons why it's the most popular model by Numarine. It's available in a displacement hull where you'd have smaller engines, have that almost 3,000 mile range, or you can upgrade to 1,200 horsepower engines, gives you a max speed of about 24 knots. Or in this case, you have the V12 1,800 horsepower MANs, give you a top speed of 30 knots, cruise of 20 to 24, and on that economical range of about 10 knots over a 1,000 mile range. So now we're here at the aft deck. So multi-purpose space, you've got your full bar, obviously a kid favorite for sun pads back aft, has your name on it, and probably what's gonna become your most popular dining location. You got a built-in bench here, and then you've got 5 additional seats, so easily seating up to 10, if not more. Regarding form and function, the operational side of things, you've got an aft docking station here, and then I love this feature, which is nice for not only safety, but cosmetics. You've got your capstan, you've got your cleats, you got line storage, so you can put everything nicely away. Aft helm station, great for docking. You've got your throttles, bow and stern thruster. All you need, super easy, engine controls. This docking station's integrated into a bar, so you've got a sink, garbage built in, and then behind me you've got a refrigerator. So again, super easy when serving guests. We're about to showcase to you the main salon. And a highlight to me is the use of glass that you're gonna see. Huge windows, a lot of natural light, and one of the features that ties the main salon into the aft deck are these sliding glass doors. Now these are manual, there is an electric option for you. Slide all the way open and tuck away, combining interior and exterior spaces into one. Love this space. Main salon, again, we have the sliding doors all the way open. To port and starboard, both these windows drop down, get an excellent cross breeze. You have your access to your galley, guest accommodations, formal dining, great headroom. I'm 6 feet tall, so over 7 foot of headroom. Love the big U-shaped seating area here. You also have a bench to starboard. So this is gonna become your family time, your lounge area. Just forward of the lounge area is your formal dining. Super simple for serving. I think you're gonna be doing most of your dining on the exterior, but if you do get that rainy day or wanna have that formal experience, you still have the option, which is great. Moving forward to starboard, you've got your day head and your wheelhouse. Down below, access to your 4 guest accommodations. And over to port, your galley, which is what we're gonna showcase to you now. Obviously, a lot of natural light from this massive window. Chef, owner, operator, anybody's gonna love it. Refrigeration, freezer space, some of the biggest that I've seen on a boat this size. Direct access from outside for the crew. And again, all Miele commercial grade appliances throughout. Finishing up with the galley, we're gonna head forward. One of the features I love about the boat, lots of built-in storage throughout, both on the inside and exterior. Here you're gonna have your day head, half bath. All your guests are gonna use this. And just behind this pocket door, you're gonna have your wheelhouse. Looking at the wheelhouse from the eyes of being an ex-captain, love the simplicity, love the visibility, love the layout of the wheelhouse. Forward raked windows like I touched on before. You have 3 Raymarine flat panel monitors, everything within an arm's reach. Another touch that I really like is this L-shaped settee here. This is gonna double as the captain's office, or if you're a guest and you wanna kind of see where you're cruising for the day, you can come up, enjoy a coffee with the captain, just talk about what your plans are and where you're gonna go. A fun little touch that I happen to love is you've got a pass-through here, so if you're cruising, you're doing formal service to, let's say, guests at your dining area, you don't wanna interrupt that, you have a pass-through where the chef can serve the crew and the captain a meal. In the layout down below, you've got a full beam master back aft and VIP forward. Now I've got 2 kids, so when you're doing bedtime, it's great for the kids to escape into their own cabin, or if you're like my son, you kind of sneak up onto the aft deck, have yourself a late night ginger ale, play with the fish back aft, while mom and dad are kind of sleeping and he's hanging out with the crew. The lower foyer, in the guest accommodations. Very spacious, ties everything together. Easy access to both the cabins to port and starboard, the VIP forward, and the master back aft, which I'm about to show you. Here we are in the master cabin. You have a centerline king, vanity or desk area to port, sitting area to starboard, and then the way that this one's configured is you have a master bath to port side and a walk-in closet to starboard. Now there's a couple different configurations that you can do with the space. One of those options is a full beam, his and hers ensuite. You lose that walk-in closet, so what we do is we actually take this space here, put a walk-in closet with extra drawer space, so you still have that extra storage that you need. So stepping out of the master and until we enter the VIP, I want to touch on a little bit of how quiet the boat is. So when we talk about decibel readings, the noise comes from both outside the boat and inside the boat. So the installation will make it quieter from the engine room, but more importantly, that uncle you have that maybe snores really loud that nobody wants to hear, that's where it's going to be something that you're really going to appreciate. Cabins 2 and 3, so to port and starboard, you've got a queen berth to port. Now this is my son's favorite cabin. I mentioned before how he'd kind of sneak out at night when everybody else was sleeping to enjoy time with the crew. And then to starboard, you've got your 2 single berths. Both of these cabins have a tremendous amount of storage and they're en suites. So what better place to end today's walkthrough than on my favorite cabin on the boat. Here we are all the way forward in the VIP. Awesome offset queen berth. A lot of the natural light here comes from these windows. You're going to find both the starboard and to port. Huge hanging lockers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to port, you're going to have your ensuite. Typically in your VIP, you're going to have a centerline queen berth forward. So I love the genius of doing it offset. So it gives you all this additional space. Again, you've got that fantastic headroom, about 7 feet down here on the entire lower deck. This arrangement alone allows you to have all this extra space, something that you don't find typically on the VIP where you have your boring centerline queen berth, right? This is so much cooler. So when you see the glass in the hull, you see that vertical bow, and you see this boat just hammering along the coast, you can understand why I think Numarine is going to be coming on so strong in the North American market. Expect big things from this Turkish shipyard. I feel lucky to be a part of it. Thank you for joining me on board the Numarine 26XP. I'm super happy to have her based here in South Florida, which means I have the opportunity to showcase her to the North American market. So if you want to arrange a private inspection on board, please give me a call. I'm happy to showcase her to you anytime.